to tell it as it is. Express what you wanna say right now. Express what you wanna say. Express what you wanna say right now. Express what you wanna say.
What's up, everybody? I had to pop in live real quick. I won't be on here long. This will be a quick little show. And I'm going to take some calls too because I want to talk to people. So I'm super winded. Sorry. But man, the Democratic Party is the gift that keeps on giving. How many of y'all have been paying attention to social media and we saw Nancy Pelosi? Nancy Pelosi got caught getting her hair done, right? In San Francisco, they have city regulations that there is to be no one indoors. There's no indoor operation. I read a few articles of a few citizens out there that are actually business owners, salon owners, and they're complaining about having to do hair outside and keep their customers safe from needles. Needles. I'm not even kidding you. And then Nancy did what Nancy does best. She shows us how Democrats are, who they really are. I feel like they feel like they're the elite. They can do whatever they want, and they're obviously above Americans. If you can scold people for not wanting to wear a mask, number one, which is stupid. Pretty much like ban anything that goes against COVID-19. You have to wear a mask. You have to social distance. You have to do that. This is how we care about the American people. And Trump doesn't care about the American people because he doesn't social distance. He doesn't wear a mask. Blah, blah, blah. But this lady gets caught getting her hair done. And this was her response. Like she didn't give a crap. She really doesn't care that we all just saw her go to a salon when nobody else is allowed to. And this is her response. She feels like it's okay.
I take responsibility for trust.
I got the audio on the outside. Let me flip it. Okay. Listen to this.
I take responsibility for trusting the word of a neighborhood salon that I've been to over the years many times, and that when they said, well, we're able to accommodate people one person at a time, and that we can set up that time, I trusted that. As it turns out, it was a setup. So I take responsibility for falling for a setup. And that's all I'm going to say on that.
Wow, you heard that right. I take responsibility for falling for a setup, not, hey, you know what, guys, you're right. Coronavirus isn't as bad as I'm saying it is, which is what they won't ever say. You all can go back to work. You can go back to school. I'm sorry. Let's give the American people the stimulus they need. That's what she should be saying. But instead, she decided to say what she said, which was it was a setup. How many people are falling for that shit? Stuff. She felt comfortable enough to... That's just completely disrespectful. Like, if we're just going to be real. Millions of people across this country have had to close their businesses, lose out on money, not even lose out on money, just like their well-being, how they provide for themselves. A lot of these businesses have been destroyed. You close them down, you can't go to school, we can't do anything, but Nancy can go get her hair done. I just think it's a blatant disregard for humans. We're all human here. Like, Nancy, you are American, just like the rest of us. I feel like Democrats need a reminder that they're even like on the same level as us. What makes you better than me? Is it because you carry that position? Like, that shit can easily be taken from her if Americans understood their power of voting You can get Nancy unseated easily if you would go vote. Participate in elections, vote for people that are actually going to produce for your communities. I just had Malcolm X on the background. That's one of the top things he talked about. Get her ass out of office. She needs to go home and retire. Seriously, this is just a blatant disregard for everybody. Every citizen in San Francisco, every citizen in California, they just watched a government official that says she has their best, the best of their well-being at heart. She has the best intentions. She wants what's best for the American people. They just watched her break a rule and do a no-no. And then they just watched her say, it was a setup. I didn't do nothing wrong. So that's the most you'll be hearing from me. Really? She needs to eat her ice cream. Yes, her $12 ice cream that she has in her $3,500 refrigerators. She had 2 of them. She doesn't relate to the American people. No Democrat does. You can't. Some Republicans too. I'm not going to sit here and act like it ain't on both sides. It is. But we need term limits, people. We need term limits. This is why you get cancers like Nancy Pelosi that are just so intertwined in American politics and in the economy and what happens to our country that we have completely derailed from what the forefathers had in mind or intended. These people don't care about the Constitution. And Nancy, she's a criminal. If you think about it, all of these Democrats, they have everything they need. Money provides a lot, okay? Especially now. And they just have no regard for human life. This is disgusting. And then I just found this. Now the DNC is long over, but this blew my mind, specifically because the Democratic Party tends to target the black community and threaten them with slavery and racist things coming back. If they, choose to use their own brain and vote for somebody besides the Democratic Party, if you vote for a Republican, they're going to bring slavery back. They're going to bring all these things back. Just constant threats. Kind of like the KKK, okay? If we're really going to get into it. They sound like the KKK to me. That's what the KKK was started for, to stop blacks from going to vote because they voted Republican. That's a little bit of history. Back to this video. They have this pastor. I don't remember what the heck his name was. Somebody told me in my comment section. If you know who he is, let me know in the comment section. But he just, nothing he said made sense. It was terrible. This is what they do to the people.
I was a stranger and you had the nerve to build a wall while at the same time you have in the harbor there in New York a Statue of Liberty saying, give me your tired, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Jesus will say, America, if you don't get your act together, you may well go to hell. Why? Because inasmuch as you do it to the least of these, my sisters and brothers, you are also doing it unto me. We need to unmute the mic.
Okay. I don't think any of you understood what he said or where that speech was going, what he intended. I didn't understand it. The most I got from it is if you don't vote for Joe Biden, America's going to hell. And I think that is extremely scary that we have that going on here in the United States of America. It's constant mental manipulation. It's constant, bro. Come on. I'm going to read some of these comments. Nancy's district is 95% progressive LGBTQ psychos. They would rather vote for her even after death than vote for anybody with morals. That's mental manipulation. I can't even say that they're being manipulated. I think the LGBTQ, I like to call them the alphabet gang. That's what I call them. The alphabet gang. I'm a Christian, right? At the end of the day, I believe that a man and a woman are the natural order. I believe in Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve or Eve and Eve. I do think that people that feel that way, I think it's just something mental that makes you feel that way. And I think once you recognize it, there's ways to fix it. But to just blur the lines and say that no, it's also natural to be gay as well. I can't say that I don't believe that. I don't believe that that's what the Bible teaches. I don't believe that that's what God intended. And if this gets me a lot of flack, you know what? I'm willing to take that flack because I'm going to stand for what I believe in. And if that's who's running that element, then we already know what's popping over there. I don't even got to get all super deep into it or go all, spiritual on you. You know what it is. Her daughter says, are you talking about Nancy Pelosi? My mom is so ruthless, she could slice your head off before you even knew what happened. Who talks like that? That's ruthless. Wow. That's pretty ruthless. Maybe they are aliens. They sure act like they are elite. I've heard all those conspiracy theories where people think that Democrats are the liberal elite, or what do you call them? Lizards. But I used to get into that kind of stuff when I was younger just because it was interesting, but I'm more focused on what I could fix in my realm. And we all know the power of social media, the power of word spreading, and just the power of people getting together, talking and thinking. It's amazing. So this is where I'm going to stick my energy at, which is this election, and telling people to wake up. Wake up, bro. Look at this lady. She doesn't have any regard for us as American. You don't do this when you're genuine about what you get on TV and say. You have been lying to the American people. Everybody has already seen the CDC statement they put out with the information that they released, I will say, about the 6% of all those COVID deaths. Only 6% were actually due to COVID. So if that's the case, then why
I take responsibility for trusting.
Why are we still following these guidelines? If people would wake up and start to stand up for themselves and demand some type of respect for yourself as a U.S. citizen, bro, these politicians would not do half of the stuff that they do. If these government systems operated the way they were supposed to and everybody was held accountable, this wouldn't be happening. It's like it's time to wake up, because people almost feel like what we get on here and talk about, or when we talk about right-wing conspiracy theories. It's like a movie, but like, no, this is real and this is happening. Look at Nancy. She feels like it's okay to go get her fucking hair done when she closed down salons. City regulations say they cannot operate indoor, but they can do it outside. I'm going to try to find that article where that guy, the salon owner, was saying like, look, I'm scared to even do my customers' hair outside because of needles. This is insane. Let me see if I can find it. She called it a setup. Oh. Look up that quote on YouTube. The left's always talking about beheading people. Wow. Wow. See? You guys are teaching me something because I didn't know that. They don't trust the new guy. They would rather follow the outdated Fauci vomit. I'm a scientist and this all makes no sense. You need to speak out. I can't pin that. Yes, I can. I'm going to pin that comment. Speak out. Tell everybody what the truth is. Use your voice. Here it is. This was he owns a barbershop. And this is stuff you don't see on mainstream media. CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, because they are the DNC. I messed the name up, but you feel me. He was talking about how he wanted his voice heard. There is no way to operate his barbershop outdoors amid the homeless crisis and the 15th straight day of poor air quality from the wildfire smoke. Like, it's more disrespectful and it's more like a slap in the face because she has shut her city down to where businesses can't thrive and function the way they normally would. But she's indoors getting her hair done with no mask on. Okay, she doesn't have a mask on. Everybody saw that video. She's not wearing a mask. And you have actual citizens, actual business owners that are saying, I can't do this. There's a homeless problem and there's poor air. We have poor quality of air here from all the wildfire smoke. Are you serious, Nancy? I'm in no position to open outside. I know we're supposed to adapt right now, but I'm not only worrying about COVID, I'm worrying about my clients dodging needles. I feel sick saying that. I feel bad for him. The people in San Francisco, my heart goes out to them. You would think reading this is not something that really goes on in the U.S., but guess what, people? Just because it's not at your front door, just because you're not feeling the effects of all the crazy shit that we have Democrats do, doesn't mean it's not going on. This stuff is very much so real and people are being affected. And you get people like Nancy Pelosi playing around with people's lives all day, every day. How long has she been in office? Like 60 something years now? She needs to go away. And also, I have to talk about the NFL. I'm a huge fan of football. I love football. I love basketball. I grew up playing sports in high school, middle school, elementary school. So, like other Americans, it is awesome to sit down on that Monday night football, sit down with your family, enjoy a game of football, Sunday night football, and just enjoy the sport. The sport. Now they have just like muddied the waters and politicized something that brings Americans together. Race, it transcends race, it transcends creed, it transcends class. everyone gets together and we all do this. We all watch football. Drew Brees let me down. Now, he let me down when he backed down before. When he spoke out against, in favor of police. Then he got in trouble and decided to back down and recant and say, I didn't know I spoke, ignorantly. Now he's wearing Jacob Blake's name on his helmet. Nancy Pelosi hates us little people. She does. Jacob Blake is now on the front of Drew Brees' helmet. Several others. I think the Saints did it, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even really pay attention to the league anymore because it's just not enjoyable. I can't enjoy the sport. It's not fun watching it. I don't want to see Jacob Blake's name on somebody's fucking helmet because why does he deserve this airtime? Like, he has a victim out there that he beat up and raped that now has to watch him get all this sympathy from the world, and she's yet to even receive her justice. What is going on? You got who was it that not even boycotted, but chose to walk off the set in the NBA? Kenny Smith. You got him speaking out. You got LeBron, most of the NBA. For Jacob Blake. And nobody to talk about the girl that he assaulted. None of that matters. I guess this is her coach, Sean Payton, told reporters that the team decided last night to honor Blake with the gesture. Honor Blake. What are we honoring? I'll ask that question. And hopefully a Black Lives Matter supporter, a liberal, somebody can answer my question because I need it answered. Okay? And then I'm gonna hop off of here. My computer's about to die. And I want to get on here on Thursday and further this conversation. But thank you guys for tuning in. This is a quick pop-up show. Hopefully this was fun. I could do this more often. Share it. I'm going to put this on YouTube as well. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get notifications of any time I go live. I am going to be going live on YouTube starting next Monday. Go live or post a video. And always, thank you guys for watching me. I appreciate the support. It means everything.